kind of talk a little bit about prepping and making kits for kids and whatnot. Before I jump in there, how many of you guys are all planning on having a baby anytime soon? Yeah. I know it's kind of like covering infants, and it's really important. It's like in the kids, you may not be in that area of having kids in your life or bringing in new kids in your life, but you have a family member somewhere down the road that might. You have grandbabies, you have nieces and nephews, you have friends and family. I'm going to start out with some infant type stuff, and I'm bringing this up because what a great baby shower gift that would make. I know when I had my daughter, the baby shower, I had so much stuff. But as you know, after she was born and I was going through, I wasn't in the prepper mind at the time, I tried to be the minimalist. And the diaper bag, I kind of look at a diaper bag as kind of a 72-hour kit, but it's not quite as beefed up. I got tired of carrying that thing around, so I would only carry what I really absolutely needed for running errands and stuff in my purse. So an emergency car kit, infant car kit, is also another great baby shower gift. So I'm sure at some point, how many of you have had a friend, relative have a baby in the last year or two, maybe? Somebody, coworker, somebody you've known. See, there you go. So this is a great little topic to kind of cover. Documents. Kids need documents too, and especially the infants. Copy of a birth certificate, copy of immunization records. I don't want to get into the whole debate and discussion about vaccinations or not vaccinating. If you do, keep copies of your immunization records. And IDs. For infants, most new moms will get portraits done at 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or a year. Great time to update infant ID in the pack. Definitely want to have any and all forms of identification. Has anybody seen that movie, The American Blackout? Mm-hmm. There's that scene where the family's house burns down, they end up in a shelter situation, and the kid ends up getting separated from the family. Have photos of your kids, have the documentation. You can get through, Washoe County Sheriff's Office does have a program for the child ID. This is not a database system. They will help you go through, do the fingerprints, collect the hair, notate, identifying features of your child. The kid is then given back to the parent. And you can pick these up and you can take them, blank, and you can give them to your friends and family, people who have kids. So you as the parent are going to hold this information. This is not databased by the Washoe County Sheriff, so I would highly recommend that. You'll see them at a lot of events in town, the air races, the rodeo, any kind of major event. If you see the mobile auxiliary unit for the Washoe County Sheriff's Office, SMART will be there. SMART, they're the sponsors of the child ID, and so you can pick them up there. You can bring the kids along and they can help you walk through it too. So I just want to make sure I point that out. It's not databased. This is for your information in case of emergency. If something happens, your child's missing, gets just separated from you in a chaotic situation, you have ID for your children. And with infants, they grow so fast, it changes so much in a short space of time, so keep that regularly updated. So if you're building a kit for a friend, that might be like a little handy note to put inside there for them too. The other thing too is a photo of you with your child that both your child and you carry. That does help in reunification process. So that you show that picture, kids carrying that picture, they know that you guys belong together. Some quick things I do want to note out in regards, I'm not going to go through everything because Rob's pointed out the basic, and this is a basic as well for kids too, the food and the water, the change of clothes. When you get talking about tools and knives and things like that, you might not want to put certain things in a 5-year-old's kit, but my 14-year-old daughter is definitely capable of handling a lot of the tools and things that I wouldn't put in if she was 5. So tailor each kit, one for each kid. Each kid should have their own bags. And tailor it to their needs, tailor it to their skill level, and appropriate for the age. some things I do want to kind of like point out, extra little special considerations for infants, powdered formula, even for breastfeeding mothers. You may not always be in a situation for a breastfeeding mother to be able to actually breastfeed or pump milk to be able to store it. So carry some, it's a rule of 3, having redundancies. Powdered formula. The cans have a shelf life of 1 year to 2 years, but once they're opened, it's about a month's shelf life. But you can also get them in the little 4-ounce single-serve packets as well. Carry some extra water, pack some extra water for that. Then a breastfeeding mother, hydration doesn't normally affect her ability to produce milk, but consuming fewer than 1,500 calories a day and a high stress can. So that's one reason why I kind of stress powdered formula, because if you're evacuated from your home and in a shelter situation, trying to recover and deal with insurance companies, it can be a pretty stressful time, and that can impact a breastfeeding mother's ability to produce milk. So I'm always a proponent of, we got to keep those babies taken care of. A small insulated bag and the first aid cold compresses. This is something that I came across a couple weeks ago. If you're making up some extra bottles, put it inside the insulated bag, pop open one of those first aid cold compress, pop it in there, and you can keep your milk chilled and stored for extra time. So, and then Pedialyte for dehydration. The last thing you want an infant to do is get dehydrated. That's what's the word am I looking for?
Critical.
It is critical, yeah. And Pedialyte does come in small packets as well, and there are several flavors of Pedialyte out there. Sanitation, cloth diapers. Cloth diapers are reusable. You can wash them out. You don't know how long you could be gone. You don't know how long it would be for supplies to come back in, so you could run out of disposable diapers. So cloth diapers, extra cloth diapers. And to go with that, plastic bags for dirty diapers. Extras to put in there. So babies soil themselves frequently. They're always spitting up. Sometimes diapers don't always hold everything. So more than just 3 days worth of clothes for the infants. I have 3 onesies for each day. So that's like 9 pairs of onesies. Extra clothes for the babies. A little bit of laundry soap so you can wash them out in the sink, let them dry out overnight. And because for the infants, I would actually recommend checking them every 3 months to rotate your supplies. They're going to grow faster. You're going to want to change those clothes out more often than just every 6 months. And checking, the formulas, making sure that they're not expired in the Pedialyte. And those babies grow so fast and their needs are always changing. So I would say check them every 3 months. That's just what I would do. Another great gift for the baby showers. You're going to be out of your house. It's going to be hard to lug around a bag, baby on the hip. They make these great baby carriers, for backcountry people. You can put your baby in the back, and it's like a backpack. But they also have day packs attached to them too. So the 72-hour kit can be attached to this baby carrier frame. And then off you go. You can put the baby on your back, their supplies, and then maybe carry a duffel. My 72-hour kit at home is actually going to be a roller luggage. When the handle is extended, this fabulous bag here, this back pocket actually unzips and will slide right over the extended handle. So top of my piece of luggage, my roller luggage, which is my 72-hour kit, can actually carry some extra duffels and stuff like that too. And I don't want to be carrying a backpack and all that stuff. I'm going to roll it along. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So those baby carrier, baby sling, Kelty makes some great baby carriers. Kelty and Osprey. Available online, and you can just find them at any outdoor store. They can be a little bit pricey, but recommend them. I know people that use them all the way through the age 2 to 3. They're stable, so you can set it down keep the kid in there, contained. They fall asleep. Sleeping babies get really heavy too. So you can just set them on the floor, on the ground. They prop up. The baby's contained. They have sun covers on them too, so you can have shielding from the sun. So those are great for the kids, and that's like just a nice all-in-one little kit for the kid, for an infant and to toddlers. Now I want to jump on to the kids of all ages out of toddler range. I'm thinking between 5 and into the teenage years. Include kids in the assembly of their kits, so they know what's in there. They have a say, they're aware of it. Having them involved takes a lot of their fear out. In those kinds of situations, it's traumatic for young kids. You take them out of their routine, and it can be a scary time. But if they're involved in the kit, they know what's in there. If they're ever in that situation, it's a little bit more peace of mind. Kids are a little bit more settled during that time. They get the chance to pick out comfort items. That's a key thing for kids. Comfort items, stuffed toys, games. Playing cards, coloring books, crayons, so comfort items. I'm going to go into this really quick. This here is my little travel entertainment bag. I started putting this together for my daughter long before I ever knew I was a prepper, just because we'd go on long road trips or extended camping trips. So I needed something for her to do. So I started gathering up anything I could find. This is like a fun on camp trips because it's space facts. We can stargaze when we're camping. Word finds in here. So what I would do is on Christmas, for stocking stuffers, I was always looking for a stocking stuffer game. Something small, something portable. And I just, over the years, built these up. So find different card games. Uno. What kid doesn't love Uno? There's so many different little games out there. Just Walmart, Toys R Us. There was a while back, one of the fast food restaurants had them in their little kids' meals. This is a Chutes and Ladders. It's a little puzzle board. And then we just use a dice and pick up a rock off the ground to use as our playing pieces. Yahtzee game cards. Ooh. And then playing regular playing cards. And I actually found a portable Simon Says. Simon Says.
Oh, wow.
Kids really dig these Q20 games. You try to outwit the little game, pick a little object in your mind, and this will ask you a series of 20 questions, and it'll try to guess what you're thinking of. That's hours of entertainment for any kid, because they're gonna try their hardest to stump that. It's hard though. Connect 4. I just pick them up wherever I find them. You go camping, you go to a general store at a campground, there's a little section in there for the kiddos. There's going to be something different there, little bug catching kits and just fun outdoor activities for them. Dominoes. I mean, adults too, right? This isn't just for kids. Like Rob was saying, you're stuck in a shelter and you're sitting there for hours at a time. You got to figure out how to pass that time. I found this at Cabela's. It's a tabletop for shoes. I don't turn them right on these things, and they're cheap. These are just a couple bucks. I find them all over the place. So I have all my extra dice and a little portable. This is a checkers game. Extra pencils and pens. The next, I'm actually going to get ready to upgrade this because now that my daughter's a teenager, she's expressed an interest in a lot of arts. So I'm going to upgrade my bag to include sketchbooks, coloring pencils, markers, things like that. I have tabletop bowling too. Just little mini bowling pins in a marble.
That's awesome.
So I'm always picking these things up. I'm always looking for stuff like this. And I mean, over time, this has come in handy because I have taken my daughter out when she was very young, and we were out camping for 2 weeks out by Austin, middle of nowhere. And there were days definitely where we weren't going anywhere. We were stuck at camp and she needed entertainment. There were a lot of times where we sat down, played Chutes and Ladders and played our Connect Four. And so I think about it now too, where if I was going to a shelter, I want to give my kids, routine is key for kids. Keep the routine. Regular meal times, regular nap times, playtime. Keep routine, and that'll keep them settled in an emergency situation. Some other things I like to point out for kids too, one, especially in my situation, feminine hygiene needs for your menstruating daughters. You can get these things called moon cups and glad rags, which are reusable, so you don't have to worry about stocking, you know, a lot of disposable hygiene needs for the girls. And because my kid is at school age, documentation again, birth certificate, immunization records, prescription records, allergies. If there's an allergy alert, you can do the allergy or medical alert tag with their bag as well. An laminated card with contact information and other emergency contacts. Now that my daughter is in school, one thing that's nice about that is when they do their pictures, I get sent a digital download of her student ID.
Sweet.
And she has a copy and I have a copy of her student ID. So copies of this with each child's 72-hour kit. Their food items, don't pick out what you would eat or what you think they should be eating. Include what they're going to eat. Comfort foods, hard candies, and bubble gum. Stressful situation, kids are going to want something kind of sweet, something to calm them down. Personal hygiene products, you know, same things that you would be packing for yourself in terms of the clothing and your basic personal needs. You're going to duplicate that in with your kids and make it kid friendly. That's pretty much what I got. I did bring this in. This was issued to me by my work, where my company I work for. This is the FEMA's, it's called the Ready Freddy. And it is a 72-hour kit, and it does come with these, you know, the standards that Rob was showing us. It's all broken down in these little pockets here, personal items. This is like they give you a deck of cards too. Little pill dispensers. I just brought this along so people could take a look at it if they wanted to. It's not complete. It's definitely something that, but it is the nuts and bolts. It's a lot of basics, a lot of the tools and lights and communication needs, first aid kit, personal items. So I just brought this along if people wanted to look at it, get an idea of what is something you could grab off the shelf that's got most of the needs in there. I know Paul here, these guys are working on their own, so this is really what I have today for consideration for the kids.